Hi guys, welcome to W&L Review. Today we will be reviewing, I don't know why I'm having trouble with that, two movies, Jaws and Jaws 2. I will let my daughter start off.
Okay, so Jaws starts off with
Brody.
Brody. I'm terrible with names. I can never remember names of characters unless I watch it 1,000 times. Anyways, it starts off with Brody, who's like this police officer guy on this island. Now they don't live, at least in Jaws 1, they don't live on this island permanently. It's more like their summer getaway, but he still works during that. At least that's what they imply. Anyways, so he works as a cop, and if any of you guys know Jaws, sharks. Shark. There's a shark problem. One shark problem.
One very mad shark problem.
So basically, the shark starts eating people, and Brody finds some of the bodies. And he, of course, wants to shut down the beaches because, probably not a good idea to go swimming in the ocean when there are killer sharks.
And it just so happens it's around 4th of July.
4th of July, yeah. And the mayor doesn't want to because, of course, it's an island. A lot of people come here for the 4th of July and for summer in general to, have a summer on the beach. So he doesn't want to do it. So, because the mayor said so, they don't close down the beach. So more people die. And basically, Brody takes matters into his own hands, eventually, and goes out with this small crew to go and kill this shark. Or at least catch it, or whatever. Get it to not kill.
Get it done, got rid of.
Yes. So, as it goes, he ends up being able to kill the shark in the end, and everything's hunky-dory, or so we think. We'll get on to the rest later. So, in my opinion, Jaws was pretty good. Now, of course, it was based in the 70s, so, it was a little cornball for me watching compared to some of the movies I've seen now, but for a 70s film, it was still really good. I understand why a lot of people during that time were very much scared of sharks afterwards, and scared of going and swimming in the ocean. Yes. But, to me it wasn't super scary, but then again, I've seen movies like It and stuff, so. But anyways, it was a really, really good film. I'll let my mom tell you her opinion.
Well, Jaws scared the pants off of me when I was a kid. I have many a memory of having the pants scared off me. It was I did not like to go to the coast after that. I was like, no, thank you. No, not gonna do that. No. It is, a little behind the times. It would be really cool if now with everything CGI and all, if they would redo Jaws and the franchise of those movies, because I think they would do it. Would be really awesome. I think. So anybody out there who knows anybody who can or does movies really good, maybe put a little bug in their ear and say, hey, redo this movie. It's really a good idea. I mean, they're redoing movies nowadays that haven't been out all that long. So, I mean, come on. Like I said, it scared me. And I was born in the 70s, so dating myself here. But it scared me. And I can say now, looking at it, going, no, it didn't really scare. It doesn't scare me as much as it did when I was a kid. But it still has its place. Yeah. Anyway, the next movie we're going to talk about is Jaws 2. I'll let my daughter tell you what she thought.
Okay, so Jaws 2 follows the pretty much the same premise, just different, like, people the shark is after. So, Jaws 2 still follows Brody, but it's also more so centered around his two sons. And so, his two sons, one's a teenager, one's little. He's maybe about 8 or so, maybe 10.
Maybe 10.
Anyways, they of course go to the beach and all, and they're on this island, and it seems as though this island is now like more of their permanent residence in Jaws 2, but it's not directly explained. But anyways, they go to the beach, and of course Brody thinks everything's fine because he killed the shark. Well, apparently there's another shark, or the same shark, or a killer shark nonetheless. They don't really explain if it's the same shark, a different shark, or whatever. So, a shark. And it's going after people again. And Brody's son enjoys sailing on like the small boat that he has with all of his friends. And the story goes, people get killed. Brody continues to tell the mayor that, hey, something's going wrong here. Same basic premise. The mayor's like, oh no, it's fine. Everything will be fine. We need the tourism. And so, stupid mayor still allows the beaches to be opened and more people get killed. But eventually his son, Brody's son, older son, decides to sneak out. And the younger son catches him right before he sneaks out and is like, hey, I want to come too. I want to go sailing with you and your friends. So they all go out sailing, and they're trying to sail to this other small island with the lighthouse on it. And the shark comes, and they get stranded. And Brody eventually finds out, many hours later, that his son snuck out and went boating after he was told not to. So then Brody tries to go out and find them. Eventually he does, and eventually they kill the shark again. And we think everything is fine until it's not. Again.
Da, da, da.
Jaws 2, it was okay. Personally, I think they probably should have stopped at 1, and if not 1, should have stopped after 2, for sure. Because it only gets worse from here, folks. It's the same basic premise. It's just the characters are older, or it's different person after the shark. So it's like the same exact premise, over and over and over. So Jaws 2 was okay, but it was like, okay, it's the same thing, just maybe a different shark? Gotta be a different shark, I guess, because it seemed like the other shark was dead, so it's gotta be a different shark. But well, it's like...
It was a different shark. It was the baby.
Yeah, it was the baby. Yeah, or something.
Because the mom died. And, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. It was a shark.
It was a shark.
But anyways, it was not great. But I'll let my mom tell you what she thought.
Jaws 2 is, yeah, it's kind of, well, it was okay. It's not as good as the original, the very first movie. Even though the first movie, as my daughter said, was cornball, cheeseball, you know, it is. But it definitely, hands down, was, you know, better than the second one. I mean, the premise behind it, you could see why in the original, why people were so afraid to go in the water. I mean, they did make the shark look real in the first one, at least, you know, and then second one, well, it still sort of looked real-ish. Yeah. I mean, it had some scary moments, and I will say, I have a memory of when I was a kid. One of my best friend's older sisters telling me, I said, oh, okay, I'm going to cover my eyes. I don't want to see the scary part. And she waited until the scary part and told me it was okay. And of course, then I screamed my head off, you know. So this movie has some scary parts to it. I don't think I would recommend this for. I would not recommend this for smaller children. If you have teenagers, you could watch it with them. Um, and it isn't as bad as like a movie like Sharknado, but it is kind of, yeah, I mean it's kind of almost laughable, some of it, you know. Uh, but anyway, uh, yeah. Um, okay. So with that, guys, we're gonna say we will see you next time. Uh, if you liked what we had to say, or didn't like what we had to say, or disagreed, or agreed, or whatever, or maybe you have a movie that you absolutely love that you want us to review, leave a comment in the comments down below and hit that like, subscribe, pass on our information or channel to people that you know like movies and TV shows. Um, and with that, we will say
huge thank you to
sorry.
Marion, also known here on YouTube as
Life Unboxed,
for joining our Patreon. If you guys are interested, the link will be in the description box.
Anyways, guys, we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.